Here at the Hail Ming Power Hour, we pride ourselves on delivering entertaining, family-friendly show. Today's movie is one that was designed for an adult audience and has much adult humor. Though a lot of the cursing has been edited out of this movie, it still may wind up a little raunchier than what you're used to hearing on this show. So please be warned that this show may not be intended for all audiences, though much of the worst of it has been edited out, and there are sections that will sound like Morse code. With that being said, we now move on to the official disclaimer.
The producers of this film would like to express that they in no manner wish to support or condone the words, phrases, and images such as ass, booty, yo bitch, Bush is a dickhead, and big butt women in tiny bikinis, which are used in this film. However, in an effort to maintain accuracy and journalistic integrity, words, phrases, and images such as ass, booty, yo bitch, Bush is a dickhead, and big butt women in tiny bikinis are necessary. But rest assured, the words, phrases, and images such as ass, booty, yo bitch, Bush is a dickhead, big butt women in tiny bikinis will not be used without warrant or in any gratuitous manner.
What is this? Madness!
Clytus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me today?
An obscure body in the SK system, Your Majesty. The inhabitants refer to it as
the Hail Ming Power Hour.
Welcome back to episode 66 of the Hail Ming Power Hour. I didn't think we'd make it this far.
I had no idea. The show is now officially older than, well, it's been older than us for a while now.
Yeah, in a couple of years it can draw Social Security, and that'll be good for it. It isn't quite the workforce that it once was.
Yeah. And, now that the show's getting older, it's time to realize that the show's not getting any younger, so let's get on with it.
Yeah, that's right. So, like I said, welcome back to episode 60. We have a also special guest for you.
Also special guest. Yeah.
That's right. Also special guest that should be coming around later, we hope. And we're excited to bring you one of our favorite movies.
Yes, we are bringing you the wonderful documentary of the true story of the rap band NWH, also known as Fear of a Black Hat. Right now we got a quick synopsis of that one from everybody's favorite TV show host, The Crypt Keeper.
Hello, kitties. It's your old friend, The Crypt Keeper. And tonight's twisted little tale of terror is about 3 young men who are trying to make it big in the rap business. In fact, they'll do anything to get ahead. I just realized you can't see me, but I'm standing in front of a guillotine, so that's why I said get ahead. Anyway, things are looking up for our 3 young men until tension in the band starts to tear them apart. They don't want to wind up has-beens. You see, because the heads from the guillotine fall into this big bin here that I'm also standing in front of. This worked so much better when I was on television. Anyway, tonight's twisted tale is one we call Fear of a Black Hat. Oh, God, that was awful. I mean, Lord, this worked so much better when I was on television. I had no idea how much of the jokes I did were actually visually based. I mean, why couldn't you have come up... What? You're supposed to cut after the last cackle. What's wrong with...
Man, that guy just gets funnier with every skit he does.
Yeah, it's nice to know he's still working.
Is he?
Sort of.
So, anyway, without further ado, we're going to take a quick break and come on back to hop into the old time machine. I'm going to take this time to wrangle up the time jigging. In the meantime, why don't you listen to this right now?
The Hail Ming Power Hour is brought to you by Yo Mama and loyal subjects of Mongo like you. Hail Ming! And welcome back.
So, here we go. It's time to go back to 1993.
Watch your fingers.
Oh, I'll never pinch my finger. Ow! Dang it. Wouldn't have if you hadn't said anything. Voodoo juice. No! My liver. Hey, 1993. Just looks just like I left it.
Yeah, I think I left $1 around here somewhere. I gotta pick that up.
Hey guys! Guys, over here!
Rick?
Hey! Ah, finally, you guys show up. Man, I've been sitting here for over 25 years waiting for you guys to pick this year. Man.
You've been sitting here for 25 years?
25 years, man. So you remember, I got sent to Phrygia, and on Phrygia, I met the witch. He was there. He found a way to actually use, he's from the future. He found a way to...
Are you talking about Commander Skankho? Because I don't think she'd be appreciative of being called the witch.
No, this is a guy called the witch.
Oh.
And he was able to use his time powers. That's the best way I can describe it. Because I didn't understand what he was really talking about. Because, they got that accent and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he said he could send me back, but only to certain years. So instead of moving to the future, which is where he's from, I got sent back in time, and I had to pick a year. And 1993 happened to be one of the years, and I was like, perfect, because there's no way that you guys were not going to do a show from 1993 because of the movie that everybody loves, the biggest movie of the year, Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, what? No.
Man, you rolled the dice on that one, didn't you?
Well, it made sense at the
we
time.
didn't come back, though. We came back for Fear of a Black Hat, man.
That's another... I forgot about that one completely.
Yeah.
That's terrible because my notes are all for Dennis the Menace.
Hey, remember when that guy, he gets on the bicycle and he's all like, hey, watch this. He's, whoa.
Let me show you a trick. Let me show you a trick. Yeah. That's in my notes. That's the sound bite coming up.
They were a menace to society.
Oh, no.
With their hats on.
So, yeah, man, Fear of a Black Hat. So, my little info on that is, there's people out there that like CB4 actually better, but to me, there's no comparison. This movie blows CB4 away. And I think it's one of those situations of whichever one you saw first. But there's, to me, hands down, even in repeatability, Fear of a Black Hat blows it out of the water every day.
I definitely got to agree with that one. I was telling Danny, I haven't even seen CB4 yet. I've heard a lot about it, but for me, Fear of the Black Hat is just a great movie. It's one of my favorites.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, Fear of a Black Hat. I mean, come on. CB4, what's wrong with you?
So I guess what we need to do is actually give you the reasons why Fear of a Black Hat's a better movie, right?
That's a good idea, and since we have an also special guest, Rick, what is your first reason for watching Fear of a Black Hat?
It's got to be the soundtrack, man. Every song on this thing is just catchy. You can't help but sing along. You know, this movie is a Spinal Tap type storytelling. You know, fake the documentary mashup, mess up, whatever you want to call it. But these songs are actually legit, man. They're really fun songs. And yeah, man, to me it just stands out on its own. Every song on it, Booty Juice, all that stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, you'd think it being a comedy with parody songs that they'd be kind of hokey but they're really actually good raps, especially in the style of the early 90s, with accompanying vocals and kind of hypnotic tracks in the background. They're all really fun, and we're gonna play a lot of them for you in the show because we couldn't do this show without doing that.
And a prime example of that one would be the first song that kind of really pops up in the movie. Actually, it's they talk about their past, and you've got Ice. Ice that's in the group. He's got a solo track that he did before called "My Peanuts."
My peanuts. Well, the low cholesterol and high protein, hotter than a Mexican jumping bean. Have them dry roasted or vacuum packed. My peanuts come alive when you open that sack. Smoother than Jif and fresher than Planters. My peanuts exceed all standards. They're deaf enough to knock you to your knees. And even Planters ain't got no nuts like these. My peanuts!
My peanuts!
Oh, man. Yeah, I was at work, and we're allowed to listen to music while we're doing certain tasks there, and I was actually listening to the soundtrack of Fear of the Black Cat getting ready for this show.
Why would you not?
And I was surprised how much I'm actually just enjoying the music as a soundtrack there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all supposed to be parody, but some of these songs are really good.
That's right.
Yeah, and I saw on YouTube they had the Siskel and Ebert review of Fear of a Black Cat, which if you haven't watched is hilarious. But one of the things I think is Gene Siskel says, he's like, and a lot of those times I can't understand rappers, but I understood every word.
I think we may have
live.
just buried this movie.
Danny, what's your number one reason, man?
My number one reason, I'm glad you mentioned My Peanuts and Ice Cold, because my number one reason for watching this movie is Rusty Cundiff, who plays Ice Cold. He also wrote, directed, and starred in this movie. And according to the first trailer, he also did the catering. But, I mean, this guy's hilarious. I saw him on TV Nation, Michael Moore's show, where he went to Mississippi and they hadn't ratified the 13th Amendment. And so he bought some white slaves. I mean, his humor is really irreverent and it's really on point. And I love Ice Cold through this whole thing. He's always got the social consciousness and the political view of the group. He's always like, oh, it's about society. He's great. I love him to death, man.
Yeah.
So Ice Cold, Rusty
Cundiff,
love him.
Yeah. What you say, Mark?
Well, the three people in the group are known as Ice Cold, Tone Deaf, and Tasty Taste. And my first reason for watching this movie would have to be Tasty Taste, Jester Cap, and Bowling Trophy Necklace. He is on stage with this Jester Cap pulled down over his eyes with eye holes cut out of it.
It's awesome.
And a full bowling trophy around his neck.
Absolutely. Swinging from a chain.
He's got to be my favorite character in the entire movie.
Ironically for me, I mean, as much as I love the band, but I think over time I've grown to love all the extras that are in it. So a lot of mine, matter of fact, my next reason is Freesh, man, their manager.
Yeah, we were talking about him before. I mean, he's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, just every conversation, he doesn't get rattled about anything. White man, no good. Yeah, he just keeps going. It's just hilarious, man.
I was telling Danny that what was great about him is that he's very much the strict business guy. Just always doing his job, but you can tell the band really likes him too, and he starts getting into it with them as well.
Yeah.
When they have a little confrontation with their rivals, the Jam Boys.
Jam Boys!
Earlier it was listed on the marquee, Jam Boys and special guest. And then when NWH becomes a bigger hit than them, the manager's the one who leans in and says, well, maybe they should change the marquee to say, also special guest, huh?
Yeah, and I think it anyone who hasn't seen this movie, by the way, go watch it. I mean, it's absolutely as funny today as it was when it came out. Anybody who hasn't seen this, you got to realize, just like in Spinal Tap with the drummers, they have a thing with the managers. They always have a manager who gets shot, and so they go through. I think they only go through 3 managers in the course of the movie, maybe just 2. Yeah. But the whole thing is, you know, they're living on borrowed time.
Oh man, fantastic!
I'll have to say the next reason to watch this movie would be that Tasty Taste will bust a cap in someone's ass. And I know because he will tell you in every conversation, I gotta bust a cap in someone's ass.
Yeah, he says it over and over. And just, again, it just makes it. Also, my favorite quote from Tasty is this one.
They say it's a quiet one, so you have to watch out for.
And if you notice, I ain't said for a couple minutes now.
I mean, so many little clips in this that are just absolutely amazing, man. I mean, just so quotable. This movie's just full of it, man.
Yeah, my next reason to watch Fear of a Black Hat is the money-making Jam Boys.
That's right. That's next on my list. The Jam Boys.
The money-making Jam Boys. I've got NWH has a rival rap group, the money-making Jam Boys, the Jam Boys, who are kind of, at times they're doing better. You know, they're getting the prime spot on the tour, and then at other times they're not doing as well, and they're kind of the rivals that end up, you know, stirring the pot, and they're just hilarious. They've got this third guy who overacts everything. He's always like got the crazy eyes, and he's like leaning down, and he delivers the line. He's, my boy's been shot 22 times. Show him your bullet wounds. He ain't got no blood.
Yeah, that'll be coming up here in a soundbite in a minute.
It's hilarious, man. That guy, I mean, that guy makes the 3 of them too. He's the one that is over the top.
Well, you got the other guy that's a great big guy, but he talks like this. Like, yeah, tell him, boy. Oh, it's awesome, man. For me, again, just going down the list, I mean, the whole explanation of why they wear hats, I think is classic. We've got that right here.
So, guys, what's the deal with the hats?
That's what NWH is all about. We got a whole hat philosophy. You know what I'm saying?
Kick it.
I mean, see, back in the days when there was slaves and stuff, they would work in the hot sun all day, you know, with the sun beating down on them, hatless. I mean, not even a babushka.
Word. Heads totally exposed to the sun.
You know, and so by the time they got back to the plantation, from being in all the heat, they was too tired to rebel against their masters, right? So what we saying with hats is, yo, we got some hats now, motherfucker.
I mean, just having a reason of why you're wearing the hats. It's not just a gimmick. There's a, you know, again, the societal thing behind it of why they're doing it.
Well, and they've got that whole song, "Wear Your Hats," you know, where they kind of explain the whole thing in song form, and it's. I mean, again, none of the parody songs that are in this are any less than awesome.
Right. Even though they're funny, kind of rips on other things, they're still really, really awesome, man. All right, Mark, what you got?
Well, I have to say that just the fact that no 90s performer was safe in this movie, just everybody who was big at the time was definitely getting made fun of. Just at a casual glance, I saw that they made fun of NWA, Public Enemy, Ice-T, Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer, LL Cool J, CNC Music Factory, Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah. I mean,
You name it.
if you had a hit, you're in this movie.
Matter of fact, here's the slammer bit right here.
MC Slammer, all the dance moves for you behind.
Oh boy, I dropped the MC. It's just slamming now. Slammer, that's what it is.
Yeah. Come on, see, motherfucker spit when he say that stuff. That's why people call him MC Stammer behind the back.
And my favorite
MC
though,
Stammer.
You brought it up a while ago, but when they're doing the Queen Latifah thing, and this goes into that part. But this is probably my favorite thing in the whole movie. Is it's Yo Highness.
Yeah.
It's rough being me, you know what I'm saying? This is Yo Highness. I ain't gonna with that. And this is parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Yo, straight from the Bronx. Yeah, we better than salt and pepper. Yeah, they just 2 spices, we 4. Oh, and they common spices.
Over here, we got some perpetrators. A bunch of ice wannabes. See, ice cold, I'm the man, but we got ice tray, ice coffee, ice water, iceberg, ice cup, ice box. I mean, it gets real ridiculous when people trying to bite your style, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that's the way it is. It's the rap world. What can I tell you? Hold up! Yo.
I mean, again, this whole movie is just one big soundbite. I mean, there's really nothing to really cut out.
Yeah, since everything is kind of a collection of skits, none of it is really a downtime.
Right.
And there's no reason to watch this movie and fast forward. Just turn it on and laugh, because the one skit that I would say I was telling Mark earlier that I don't think really resonated for me, at least, was the church skit. Where the guy's saying, "Oh, I know they would." I get the joke. I just don't know that it ever came to a punchline.
Right.
It was funny enough, but compared to the rest of the movie, it was kind of substandard.
Sure. And don't forget, out of all this, the one you see probably more often than the rest is Mr. Vanilla Sherbert. Here he is introducing himself.
Oh, yo, what's up, G? Yo, NWH's in the house. Yo, what's up? NWH in the house. Yo, what's up, man? I'm Vanilla Sherbert, G. Yo, I'm down with you motherfuckers, man. I've been listening to your shit for the longest time, dude. I got all your old tracks, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I got Booty Juice, P-U-S-S-Y. Yo, I got all that old G. Hey, yo, I got your old track, Ice Man. That shit, My Penis, big and large. I rock all the ladies like El DeBar. That was on, huh? Yeah, that shit was dope, G. I'm down with you, motherfuckers. I could relate, you know what I'm saying? Cause I grew up in the hood, right? I was raised by a black family, you know what I'm saying? But cause my parents abandoned me and shit. But yo, so I could relate to you. I'm almost like a brother and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Like my parents abandoned me. Oh man. All right, Danny, what you got, man?
My next reason to watch Fear of a Black Hat is Rappers Against Violence.
Without a doubt.
So, they get into the whole, so we're Rappers Against Violence. We actually went on this whole Rappers Against Violence tour, which segues into a skit where they're in a kindergarten class, opposite the money-making Jam Boys, and they get into a fight right there, where at the end they end up pulling out guns.
Right. So I got the whole bite right here, man. So it's kind of long, but you guys will get the point. It's awesome. Here we go.
Yo, NWH in the house, right? And we're here to tell you youngsters that we know there's a lot of evils and ills out there in the world we want you to stay clear of. You gotta understand, when we was y'all's age, right? We was already knocking off liquor stores and stuff like that there, you know what I'm saying? Making serious ends.
Word. If you wasn't, you was a punk.
Say that, man. Let me tell you something. These brothers are sore.
Tell him, dog.
You ever hear about Fort Knox? Tell them about Fort Knox, money.
Tell him.
Knox.
Tell him.
I don't even want to get into that because, they're still pending and all.
Before this gets out of hand, just let me say this, all right? Last year, there was $700 billion missing from the nation's savings and loans. I ain't gonna say no more.
I'm sure that these gentlemen aren't responsible for any savings and loans fraud.
You're right, teacher, because they too stupid to even think of something that brilliant. And they too soft to even pull it off.
Yeah, we about as soft as a cock in a hen house.
Look, how many times have you been shot?
Show them your wounds, boots.
No.
No, they got the old kids here. This brother been shot 22 times. 22 times. He ain't got no blood.
Man, 22 times ain't nothing.
Word.
Tasty Taste was shot with a bazooka.
Oh, Taste? What you talking about, tuba bread?
Look at him, man.
He used to be
Just look at
6'4".
He was 6'4" before he got capped.
Before he got capped with a bazooka.
Thank you, Toasty.
Tasty.
Toasty.
Excuse me, but I think the whole point here was to uplift the children and...
Shut up!
Drop the bomb on him.
Flying mission.
All right, check this out. Check this. You want to see something? Man, I was trying to be nice to y'all, you know, because we rappers against violence, and I didn't want this stuff to get out of hand. But check this out here. My man here, he ain't even seen the hood. My man used to go to a prep school.
That was a pimp school, man.
Look at this here. Prep school. Look, my man, class of 87. See, bow tie, checkered pants. He was on the Glee Club. My man was on the yearbook staff. He was the yearbook editor. How you gonna be a hardcore OG gangster editing the yearbook?
Well, that's great. That is such a cute picture. Let's pass it around for class.
Hey, get back before I kick your ass. You gonna ruin our red.
Well, see, it's uplifting for the kids to see that kind of thing.
Show them how much punk they was. Show that piece of paper.
Why you got a curse in front of the fucking kid?
Look out.
That was a pimp school, man.
It was a pimp school, man.
That guy, man. That guy makes all their scenes. All right,
So-
Mark, what's your next reason to watch?
My next reason, Kurt Loder.
Oh, yeah.
For our younger viewers, there was a thing back in the day called MTV that before they played nothing but reality TV show, they actually had music on there. And they had the MTV News, and the main host of that was Kurt Loder, who was, anytime there was music news, that was the face you saw, and they got him for this movie throughout the entire thing.
It's awesome.
And he just does this perfect deadpan.
Yeah, like it's real, you know?
Yeah, just like it's a real report, but he's reporting the most ridiculous things ever, like saying former NWH member Tone Deaf was assaulted by cab drivers because they did not share his vision that he was not black.
And a Christmas release,
I've
Santa
got
Claus is coming, and not necessarily to town.
I've got it right here.
In the world of rap, NWH, also known as with Hats, have a surprise hit on their hands with their latest single, Gorillas in the Midst. However, the song off the group's Fear of a Black Hat album has also stirred the contempt of many community organizations, which are upset with the group's policy of racial retaliation.
This group is an affront to every decent American. Just
guy.
listen to some of these song titles. Booty Juice, Back in the Hoe Life Again, Hoe Down, Suck My D asterisk CK. If your mama don't shut the F asterisk CK up,
Hoe
I'm
down.
gonna shoot the B asterisk TCH. And now this, Gorillas in the Midst.
Ice Cold of NWH says it's funny no one complained about their earlier albums, which included P-U-S-S-Y, Straight Out of the Butt, Garden Hose, and Ho Ho Hose, a Christmas release that featured the group singing Santa Claus is Coming, and not necessarily to town.
I think Hoedown was on their country album.
You're right. And what's funny is, you know, with the shows I do at the high schools, and somebody always wants to do hoe down, throw down, and it's always in the back of my mind. Not the NWH song, right? So my next reason, man, I mean, the Kurt Loder thing I think is absolutely awesome, but as far as the gig thing, you're getting to them playing some of the actual gigs and getting to see them perform on stage with the full bowling trophies and all. But when they go to the town and they tell them that they have to change their lyrics.
Yeah.
So they changed their song to Grab Your Stuff. And the thing is if they used any profanity during the songs, that they were going to go straight to jail. And they try their best to deal with it. So here's a clip of that.
People, that's why I walk this way. Protection first is all I say. I got it, they want it, believe it, they'll steal it. Some of them punks just wanna feel it. When they see me grip with both hands, it's a black thing they don't understand. It's true they wanna take it all. So before they rip your ball for ball, cup your hand, cover up. NWH say grab your stuff. You gotta grab, grab, grab. You gotta grab, grab, grab.
image, but that sounds like
400 years and it ain't enough. Suckers still trying to take our stuff. Stealing it, swiping it, ripping it, biting it. Can't grow it, so punks try to heist it. We ain't down with that. Nah, gotta look out for the black. When they start going for the family jewels, protect that gear by whatever tools. Cover your hands, cover up. NWH say grab your strap.
it's done good so far, but then problems happen.
Where you going, boy? You grab your ass.
This was the first of NW.
I like the introduction to that too, because the cops are backstage telling him, "Your lyrics are here. It's NWH says grab your." If any of these words come out, you're going straight to jail. I mean, it's just like the security guard thing, which I guess I'll just segue into my next reason to watch this movie is F the security guard. So he gets pulled over by a security guard who makes him do this elaborate motion to get out of the car, and then puts him on the ground just to make him take his hat off. Like, yeah, you're real funny there with a big donut hat on.
Now take your right
the guy's ridiculous.
Take your right buttock and shut your car door.
Why, what? Right cheek? I mean, and the thing about that is just like the guy's so ridiculous. I bet when they were doing the casting for this guy with a red mullet and a mustache comes up, and he's wearing a security guard outfit that's pulled up to his belly button, and they're like, "Oh, you're perfect." 'Cause this guy's just terrible. And the other security guard, finds these guns in his car. He's, Eureka! These other guys like, Eureka! He goes, let me guess. You shot the sheriff, but you did not shoot the deputy. It's just that these guys are just so canned, man.
But when they first get pulled over, and he's telling him pull over, he's got the gun on him, and then he turns around and says, "You're not even a real cop, you're a security guard. I could shoot you just as dead as a real cop can."
Wrong
it's ridiculous.
Wrong finger, man. You're real funny, aren't you? Real funny, man.
So what you got, Rick?
I'm gonna have to go with. Again, I like the side character so much, but I'm gonna have to go with Daryl, the dance instructor. Oh man, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna let Daryl speak for himself. So here we go.
You do not be stopping the music in my studio.
I'm the director of this video, mother.
I don't care. Have you ever seen Charles in Charge, the TV show? Okay, my name is Daryl. Daryl's in charge here, okay? So you move your little shivy hips on over there, and I take care of everything from here, all right? Just get on over there. I'll take care of it.
Just show them steps.
Cool. Just go on over there. Go. I ain't for you. Go. Think you tough, don't you? Okay.
He's whipping him with a little riding crop.
Little riding whip.
Daryl's in charge over here.
and of course he's all into Larry B. Scott, right? The guy who played Lamar in Revenge of the Nerds, who plays Tasty Taste. And he's all into him because he's, oh, well, just open your shirt up there. And, oh, yeah.
Bend over like this now. Relax.
And, the fact that he's wearing these dance yoga pants, and he's apparently got a potato shoved up.
Yeah.
And the flowery shirt that's tied in the front. I mean, it's just fantastic, man. I mean, this is so funny. What you got, Danny?
Well, so just like in any of these things, it's got to have a turn for the worse. And there's a girl who ends up going out with Tasty Taste, who breaks up the band by sleeping with Ice Cold, and then they all do their solo albums. And my next thing is, I've got to say, Tasty Taste's solo album, where he has songs called F Ice and Icy Eat Me, and then he catalogs
the album cover, man, where it's like, yeah, that's ice laying on the ground. That's me on top of him with a jackhammer.
Yeah.
And he pulls out an executioner's axe and starts chopping up the picture of Ice Cold.
So I mean, I've got the clip of the premiere song on that album.
Yeah.
The I'm gonna kick your booty. where it's I'm gonna. Granny says, yeah. Well, here it is right here.
It's the parody of I'm gonna knock you out.
You're right.
So, you're looking, well. You see my new album? No? Brand new from the Taste T, a.k.a. Tasty Taste. Extreme use of force. Now, see, that's Ice's ass, right? And that's me with the jackhammer. So you know what's going on. You hate Ice. But see, the cut you didn't mention that's dope, sister, is the cut called I'm Gonna Kick Your Booty, where I put my foot up some ice.
Left, right, left, you're toothless. Right, left, you're toothless. Hit me, monkey, hit me.
Yeah, suckers, it's me. The tiddly-diddly-dee, serving up dynamite. And striking like a cobra at the foot of your bed. It's over when I leave you for dead. Ice melts when the tea gets hot. Ice claps when the tea does rock. Gonna hit you so hard you scream. How could a little be so mean? I'm ready to blast like a megaton. Strong. I last for millennium. You're gonna feel stressed when you mess with the best, the one and only Taste T. Yes, power pack like TNT. When I rickety rock, you get no relief from the barrage of bombs I'm dropping on your head, and the ammo ain't stopping. Pack, stack, tracks that ain't ever whack, and I jack. Sucker, step to the back. It's not a game when the heat attacks you. So weak, I could just bitch slap you. I'm gonna kick your black ass. I'm gonna kick your black ass. I'm gonna kick your black ass. When he says kick your black ass.
Yeah, man, that's killer, man. That's really a highlight in the movie because just that song in general, it's one of the better songs on there. Hit me, monkey, hit me.
And the little grandmother in the video, too, just like knitting and flashing the gang signs.
Ice cracks!
Ice cracks!
So through this whole video, you got the grandma that says rocking in a rocking chair, and then you've got Tasty Taste smashing a great big block of ice with a sledgehammer. And dressed like like you said, it's like I'm gonna knock you out. So he's dressed like a boxer, and it's all sweaty, and yeah, it's good stuff, man.
What you got, Mark?
I think the next reason, maybe the most crucial reason to watch this movie, would be the Peanuts in My Pants fan.
Yes.
We get a quick interview with some of the fans who are waiting to see the NWH show. These two white guys with big hats on, and they're talking about what's your favorite song. And one guy says, "Oh, you know my favorite song. It's the Peanuts in My Pants." Which is great because I used to have peanuts in my pants, and then they wrote a song about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Again, so many characters. Oh.
So my next reason to watch Fear of a Black Hat is Jike Spinkleton.
Yes.
So of course they're making fun of Spike Lee, and they've got Ice Cold in a movie called New Mac Village, and it's directed by Jike Spinkleton, who's a little black dude who's who comes out and he's all angry. He's like, "I had the hat before you did, Spike Lee. I got your number." And the whole movie's clip that they do is just ridiculous. The bad guy grabs some hostages and he's like, "I'll kill him." He's like, "No, you won't." And Ice Cold shoots them all.
He's running down the street saying, "You ain't got nothing on me," and pulling out huge bags of cocaine from his coat and just dropping them on the ground.
And then he saves the baby. It's got a pager on its toboggan.
You a little white baby too. Doesn't he jumps off of a highway bridge too? It like falls like 50 feet and then just lands on the ground and starts chasing him.
Crazy.
After the very final scene when he rescues the baby, the director pops up in front of the screen and goes, "God, that was the bomb!"
I am the bomb. Yeah. Jake Spinkleton, man.
Yeah, great reason, man. He's fantastic. My next one's kind of a twofer. The first one I want to bring up, they both tie into each other, but my first one's going to be the white record exec that they, when they first make Gorillas in the Midst, and he's not too happy with it. So there's this conversation.
I've got something I need to talk to you about, and I thought we could just kick it to the curb for a couple of minutes, okay? What I want to talk to you about is the album cover to Gorillas in the Midst.
Now that's fly. Yo, that's pretty live with all them cops with their butts up in the air like that and us standing over. Yo, right, Fresh?
Hang on one second. What exactly, how many cops on the pile?
15.
15, and you want?
None.
None. Why don't we split the difference? 7.
No. See, that's not going to solve the problem. What we have to be concerned with is the moral watchdogs.
People always got a problem with what we say anyhow.
Look, normally I would support you guys 100%, but I can't this time. You see, to put this album out the way it is, it just wouldn't be deaf.
It wouldn't be deaf?
Right. It's not the deaf, chill, fresh thing to do. I mean, you know, it just stirs things up too much. It screams violence.
That's all related to that that came way back then.
My point is, we can't let the white man tell us how to sell to our market, you know?
So I end up beating this guy up. That's another thing, too, is these guys, another reason to watch movies is because just NWH takes care of their own business. They don't really wait around for Fresh to do anything. They just do it themselves. So they kind of get dropped by the label because of not only the album, but just what they do to the exec. But then they go to gotta be my favorite person in the whole movie, and that's the Inner Groove record exec. Oh, man, I love this guy. I quote this guy all the time. This whole scene right here to me is just gold. And here it is.
See that? Gorillas in the Midst. Man, that's gonna be crazy large. And the album, Fear of a Black Hat, that's gonna be bigger than Wild Thing. Oh, man, you brothers are gonna be large. For the simple fact that you're with me. And I got the winning team, and I am large. I'm larger than large. In fact, I'm so big, they call me Dinosaur. Yeah. But you brothers gotta be careful. Because y'all talking about some heavy shit. I mean, that ain't your average garden variety, run-of-the-mill gangster bullshit. Y'all hardcore, but you got an edge. I mean, just look at you three brothers. Just look at you, together. Boy, I'm telling you, you brothers are gonna be large. But like I said, you gotta be careful. See, because y'all telling the truth. And the white man don't want y'all saying what you saying.
Yeah. Because when you take that bus, you get there.
That's heavy.
Wait a second. You understand this, mother?
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love that guy, man. I mean, you can tell he's supposed to be just coked out, man. Yeah, you're going to be large. Larger than large. I'm so large, I'm so big, they call me Dinosaur.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I think this is a good place to take a pause. And while we take that pause, we should play you Gorillas in the Midst.
Right on.
Gorillas in the midst of a race ride. Say it ain't black or white, but I ain't dumb and don't buy it. Talking about a time to heal, but step to it. Time for you to get real, we can't do it. We were looking for healing in the court, see? Out in the valley of the sea, me. But a black man gets no justice, cause the kangaroo court don't trust us. Wasn't the first, it won't be the last. Brothers gotta move to get that ass. Plead your case to the C-O-U-R-D, but they never see Y-O-U and me. Verdict by punk ass George. Open up a black man's fury.
Now see me.
Jack you in the valley.
Now see me.
Ice you in the alley.
Now see me.
Pull you out the truck.
Now see me.
I don't give a fuck.
Now see me.
Burn all this down. Now see my hatred shape this town. Gorillas in the mist.
Is a state of mind that doesn't mind up a brother.
Gorillas in the mist.
Is a state of mind that doesn't mind up a brother.
Gorillas Gorillas in the midst of a sequel. Gonna rock, make it real, gonna go till we treat it equal. And I'm running with a set that's a threat, and you bet. We looking for a payment of the debt. Ain't looking for a handout, looking for a way out before it gets played out. In the hood where the cops do lie, rather see it just die. See the fear in their eyes when they realize how a brother gets wise and they start to rise. Up from the bottom of the heat, we creep, sneak, peek, breaking through the concrete. Tired of living in an occupied state. Other mothers deciding our fate. Now see me, jack you in the valley. Now see me, ice you in the alley. Now see me, pull you out the truck. Now see me, I don't give a. Now see me, burn all this down. Now see me, terrorize this town. Gorillas in the mist. 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 Gorillas in the mist.
It's a state of mind that doesn't mind being up a brother.
Gorillas in the mist.
It's a state of mind that doesn't mind being up a brother.
Gorillas in the midst of a concrete jungle. And pretty soon we gonna tunnel out of the city. Ain't looking for pity from another committee. We about to get busy cause memories fade. Every damn decade a new promise gets made and the past gets replayed. Y'all forget about all they talk about, and once again we get blocked out. People say violence ain't justified. Stay silent while it gets crucified. So let's go, you know, toe to toe on the road. See 'em rock and watch us roll. Heads down the street as we defeat the elite. Those elite become obsolete.
Now see me,
jack you in the valley.
Now see me,
ice you in the alley.
Now see me,
pull you out the truck.
Now see me,
I don't give a.
Now see me,
burn all this down.
Now see me,
terrorize this town. Gorillas in the mist.
It's a state of mind that doesn't mind being up a brother.
Gorillas in the mist.
It's a state of mind that doesn't mind being up a brother. Now see me, 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 now see me.
And welcome back. So,
Gorillas in their midst.
Now see me.
That's gotta be my favorite song off the.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's pretty.
So, I mean,
awesome.
So I think the next reason that we should talk about this movie would have to be political unrest stabilizes society. Yeah.
Yeah?
They have a when the band splits up and starts doing their own solo albums, Ice Cold starts a band that's very much like CNC Music Factory, and his song is called Come and Pet the Pussy. But he breaks it down. He says it's like an anagram. It's like P, political, U, unrest, S, society, another S, stabilizes, and a Y, that's yeah.
Yeah.
And the interviewer, who we haven't mentioned up till now, but she's fantastic. And she's like, no. He's like, yeah.
And when you hear him, you're like, oh, he's just full of it. He's just want to make a song with that title there. And then the very first line of the song is political unrest, stabilized society.
And I must confess. Yeah. That's I don't know that it's worth playing, but it's funny.
Well, what's awesome about it too, though, is the whole controversy later on because the song CNC Music Factory, where this vocal is being performed. There's a Oriental lady, or however you want to say it, is up there singing the song, and apparently you can tell it's not her voice. And they do the whole thing like they did on MTV, where Kurt Loder again is sitting with this lady that supposedly sung the song, and he's like, so I'm going to play this track, and you let me know if this is you. So he plays the track, and it's like, this big, heavy voice, And when he gets done, she goes, hi, yeah, I sing song. He goes, well, it's funny because that doesn't say anything like she said. When I speak Japanese, but when I sing black like Paula Abdul.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And this big woman just comes and is like, oh no.
Oh no, you didn't. I sing song. No, you didn't.
No, I sing song. Grabs her in the head like it just drags her out of the studio.
Oh, yeah, this movie's just got so much stuff, man. I mean,
well, and it lampoons everyone,
Yes.
equally. It doesn't really drop the ball and point the finger at anybody, and that's what makes it so funny.
right? Yeah, it's if you like Spinal Tap, this thing is just a rap version of Spinal Tap because everything's off the table. There's nothing sacred that they're not going to make fun of, and that's just what makes it so fun. When you're able to make fun of yourself, that's just fantastic, man. And they tap into everything, even down to the DJ's house, and he's just a collector of shoes. These are my angry shoes. They're about 3 sizes too small because when you put them on, you make an angry face.
yeah, tone deaf.
What's next? For me, the one thing we haven't talked about yet. A lot of them, so much of it is songs, but this one, you never really hear an actual release of it. But, the interviewer was saying that they finally heard that they were going to release a love ballad on one of their albums, and they just give her a sample, and it goes like this.
Check this out. I want to make you mine, slap you fat behind, tie you down and make you whine. I want you to scratch my itch and be my bitch, cause I love you, girl.
And I think that just shows his whole vulnerability.
The black man was the first sensitive man long before Alan Alda.
You know, there are.
Long before Alan Alda.
Sorry, Alan.
I just have one thing to say about all this, and that's that a gangster's life ain't fun. So they got this song that actually comes out right before the kindergarten scene, where like, he's like, they're against violence. So of course that they're they have this song, "A Gangster's Life Ain't Fun," which of course is all about glorifying a gangster's life. They're all dressed like 1930s gangsters. He's got like a Tommy gun and a hot tub and two sluts.
Gangster's life ain't fun. Actually, at the beginning, they're showing that video to the kids, aren't they? I was like, I don't think we need to see any more of that.
One of the girls is shirtless.
Exactly.
And they got mounds of like cocaine and money everywhere. And they turn and say, "Oh, we don't need to see any more of that video." And all the kids are like, "Oh."
Yeah, they kind of sound like the disappointed kids in our studio audience.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Mark. What you got?
I think the next thing that we need to take away from this movie is the lesson that rioters are not lazy. They're talking about the LA riots, and I think it was Ice Cold said, people saying that the people out there causing this kind of damage and destruction, saying that they're just being lazy. Well, you try carrying a sofa all the way from Crenshaw down to the middle of 3rd Avenue and then come back for matching love seats. That's some work for you.
And you guys got to understand, we can't play you the clips for all the jokes, because if we did, we wouldn't have anything to talk about, because this whole damn movie is just jokes and skits, man.
It doesn't stop, man. I mean, just incredible amount of just lines that you can repeat over and over, man. Oh. And then, of course, the whole breakup thing, all their individual stuff is just incredible. I mean, we heard about Tasty T's stuff. We heard about Ice doing his CNC Music Factory. Then Tone Deaf turns into PM Dawn and starts doing the psychedelic.
He forms the new human Formantics.
And the song is called "I'm Only Human."
It's all about pooping.
Yeah. We all poop the same because we're all the same.
He comes up with this philosophy that he's not black because everybody is exactly the same. He said, right. I don't see color anymore. And he's wearing these red tinted glasses. and the person doing the lady doing the interview, she just looks at him and says, "Are you sure it's not the glasses?"
Yeah, she's great. I mean, throughout this movie, she's just so deadpan. Like she plays the straight-laced journalist, reporter, and all this, and she's fantastic. The actress's name is Casey Lemons, and she's just awesome.
Ice is always trying to, get a way in, you know.
Hey, and speaking of getting away in there, so of course Ice has got he's got a thing for all women just about, and he's got the song that he outlines to her called "Booty Juice." And I think we got to play a little of that right now.
Booty juice comes right from the sauce. What's the sauce? An ass, of course. The kind that spreads out extra wide. The kind that's nice when you come inside. It's fresh and ain't all pasteurized, but I always rise when I tap the thighs. Cause I like them big, I like them greasy, I like them round, and I like them easy. I like it when the girl steps on the floor, shaking them booties just like a hoe. I like it when it shakes in the pants so loose, but I love it when it's dripping that booty juice, that booty juice.
Booty juice comes right from the source. What is the source?
What's
And
the
that's of
source?
course. I sing that all the time.
And just outside of that too, man, when he releases his book, FYM. Now we're not going to talk about what FYM is. You just have to see the movie, but it's just hilarious, man.
Agreed.
And what about his kid? Remember, he's going to push his kid to be an artist, and it's like crisscross, but he changed it up.
His kid Shaka.
Yeah, he's going to wear the pants on the top and the shirt at the bottom. He's going to stand on his head.
He's going to beat Chris Cross out the water because he's upside down.
His ex-wife, who he had the kid with, is just like so straightforward and wants nothing to do with the rap business at all. It's just a great dynamic between those two.
Yeah, I like his reason for hanging. I told you not to put Shaka with these naughty head little gangsters. And he goes, "Hey, this boy can rap."
Oh, fantastic! And then outside,
and her
of that,
name is
you got-
Rebecca. He's all like, "Riri."
Right.
She's like, "It's Rebecca."
You got Tasty's gun collection, which you just can't ignore that either, man.
That was actually my next reason was Tasty's shooting range.
Go for it. Take it.
Yeah, he moves into a rich white neighborhood after he makes all this money. And he's just walking around and everyone's staring at him. A kid kicks a ball towards him and he picks up, "Here you go, my European brother." And then the dad runs in, picks up the kid and runs away really fast. And he's just like, "You want to see my shooting range?" And he's out in the middle of a field with these pop-up Klansmen and he's shooting them with AK-47. And they get this great moment where one pops up as this guy with a gun on his shoulder, holding it up against his shoulder. It's a black guy.
He looks really angry too.
And he goes, "Oh!" Then he pulls the gun back. Goes, "You see, cops would have shot him. I know better. He's just chilling."
And he starts explaining all the calibers of the guns. I mean, there's just so much stuff to this, man.
Yeah, the calibers in quotation marks.
Yeah. Are these all legal in the state of siege?
and I gotta say with Lamar, I'm just gonna call him Lamar, with his little yuck laughs that he does. It just make everything funnier, man.
Oh man.
Get this great moment where the reporter's like looking at all the guns. He says, "What about this one?" He goes, "Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one for beginners. It's an Uzi. It's better than one of those Nikon cameras. You just spray the area."
You just point and shoot. You just spray in the area. He's like, "You got eyes for this one." It's a good little jammy for beginners. Coming toward the end of this, so we talked about all their solo careers. And then Tone Deaf, because of him not thinking he's black, ends up getting in a real bad accident and getting beat up pretty bad. And it puts him in the hospital. And they're all still angry at each other over the past. But this is what brings them together. They go to the hospital to see him. And it's still ugly in the hospital, but it's still fantastic. You got to see that scene as well. But outside of that, they're going to play a gig. And they're all standing there. And all of a sudden, the manager, who used to be for the Jam Boys, which we kind of missed this part, but this manager accidentally shoots Freesh. So he goes to jail for shooting Freesh, which was the original, or the last manager they had. So he comes up to them, the three of them, and kind of gives them this ultimatum.
I know they dropped me when I went to jail, but such is life. I got a new group, Peaches and Cream. They drop a new cut, Yo-Yo Yogurt. Gonna be real smooth, right? But check it out. Since I don't have the Jam Boys anymore, I'm looking for a new crew. Thought y'all might be interested.
I got my cousin doing my now.
Yeah, you know, I've been looking for somebody, but,
Yeah, I'm kind of doing my on my own.
No. Not as individuals. I'm talking about putting NWH back together again. Busting mad funky beats so fat that y'all can't help but blow up.
I don't know, man. I mean, we in different creative spaces here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I ain't still mad enough to try and kill this mo.
besides, man, you the same get that shot one of our managers. I mean, how's that ill gonna look?
Yeah, I mean, that is something to think about.
Think about this. I went and talked to B-Real Records today. They're talking about giving y'all $400,000 to go back in the studio and perform. I mean, that's deep Jock Cousteau pockets. And on top of that, 9 points. And we're talking about old, wrinkly white people money here. So, deja vu. It's back
on you.
Well, artistically, I could make a move backward to make that step forward, you know?
The mad is leaving me.
Tell you what, my brothers, spiritually, it feels good as a mother.
All right, let's play.
The mad is leaving.
It's leaving me.
I think it would be remiss not to mention that after Freesh is killed, they do get another manager whose name is Marty Rainbow. And that guy's funny in his own way, because he comes in, they're in the recording studio and they got a beat drop in the background, he's like, I am in awe of your essence. You know, he's just this like laid back dude, but the interviewer asks him, you know, like, so the guys are, what's with that? And he's got this gun. He's like, oh, you know, the guys are into guns, so I got this one, and you know, and so that's the gun that he's got later. They get into a fight, and he's like, oh, bullets! And he's like trying to put bullets in it, and he ends up misfiring, and the thing bounces back, and he shoots himself in a hotel room. And he's pretty funny in his own right. Like, I like Freesh better, but
Yeah.
He's definitely a good follow-up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just love the whole revolving manager thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
they even said, you know, we used to have black managers. In fact, it was members of our family, but they kept getting shot, so we figured it'd be better for the black community and our families if we just had white managers from now on.
Yeah, it was in the credits section of the YouTube video that it said they don't want any more brothers to get shot, so they just have white managers. Roger Ebert. That's maybe the best Roger Ebert quote ever.
All right, blast from the past.
Rating time.
What do we rate this thing, guys?
Let's see. I will have to give this 22 Wile E. Coyote type bombs.
Oh, nice. I think I'll have to give this tasty taste extreme use of force.
I'm going to give it 573 peanuts in my pants. And long lost, but here he is. Brian Blessed. Where you at? What do you think of Fear of a Black Hat?
Ah, well, who wants to live forever?
All right, he liked it. I figured he would.
So people, go out and watch Fear of a Black Hat, or I'll have to bust a cap in someone's ass.
We'll be right back.
So, you're looking, well.
You see my new album?
MC Slammer, all the dance moves for you behind.
Oh boy, I dropped the MC. It's just slamming now. Slammer, that's what it is.
Some crooks are gonna do time. They all better beware, cause the Hammerman will be there. Here's how it started a long time ago. The legend of the hammer and how it began to grow. He was given magical shoes from a hip-hop Motown dude. Together they had power. They stood up for what was right. But Gramps was getting old and he couldn't keep up the
could jam, who was worthy of the load. They met a guy named Stanley, who was dancing every night. He helped the kids play every day. His heart was out of sight. So Gramps opened up the bag and took out the magical shoes. He set them on the ground and they soon began to groove. The shoes knew at once they had finally found their man. They hopped right on his feet and he became Hammer Man, Hammer Man, Hammer, Hammer Man, Hammer, Hammer Man, Hammer, Hammer Man.
But see, the cut you didn't mention, that's dope, sister.
Clap your hands, everybody, and everybody clap your hands. We lambda, 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 and make a move. And we've come here on stage tonight to do a show for you. We got a rockin' rhythm and a high-tech sound that'll make you move your body down to the ground. We got Poindexter on the violin, and Lewis and Gilbert will be joining in. We got Booger Presley on the Ming guitar, and a rap by little old me, Lamar. We got Takashi beating on his gong. The boys and the moves are clapping along. And just when you thought you seen it all, along comes a lambda 4-foot tall. So won't you come on out here on the floor, so we can work our bodies like never before. Break.
Wait a second. You understand this, mother?
All right. That's going to be it for this episode of talking about Fear of a Black Hat. And man, what a blast. I am tickled to be back. And if the guys will have me, if you guys are all right with it, I'd like to come back in the group, man.
I think we can add an extra seat into the time machine.
Yeah, I think that as long as Ming doesn't have a problem with you not being in Phrygia.
He doesn't know.
Hey, we'll keep it that way.
All right, cool. Yeah,
We'll
man, it's great to be back, and again, I've been enjoying what you guys been cranking out, so it's gonna be fun to get back into this, and just the three of us hung out so long together before that it just feels totally natural for us to just be doing this together. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and we're glad to have you back. I mean, your seat in the cockpit here was always warm. We were waiting for you to come back.
And sticky.
Yeah, don't ask how it stayed warm.
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah,
you really don't want to know.
But as always, you can check out our show and all the other shows on Legion Podcasts. We always like to throw a little of our fame around and get people to listen to other shows as well as our own. After ours, of course. You listen to ours first, and then look around.
Yeah.
And we'd like to give a thanks to the Witch for his help in getting Rick back to us. And check out absolutely. Witch versus Doomsday Clock. Great show.
Also on Legion. He's right there with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, cool, man. It's fun to be back. Hope you people enjoyed this episode. We will be back for some more. A little more anyways, right?
Yeah, look out for upcoming episodes over
time and space.
All right.
Over Flashdance. That's what I was trying to say.
Flashdance, that's right. Yeah, we can't get that, though. We're not there yet. All right, folks, that's it for us. We will see you later. Sayonara.
What does it really mean to wear your hat? To protect yourself from the dangerous rays of the sun? Does political unrest really stabilize society? And what about that security guard? Is he really so bad? Maybe so. Just remember that when it comes time to challenge society, to make things better for you and yours, to really consider the future of you and your people, sometimes shaking things up is the best thing you can do, just like NWH. So I guess that's all the time we have. And remember, actions speak louder than catchphrases. Good night, everybody.
Gotta keep your head covered and wear your hat to avoid all the noise that destroys a black.
Or they take you out one by one, son.
Baked and done, get dead from exposure to the sun. Victims of hostile elements, not so swellevants, designed to keep the black irrelevant.
Hats in the ghetto streets to grease the bloodshed.
Hats in between the sheets, you won't be dead.
Hats that reach and teach to grease the knuckleheads.
Hats dealing with the police, and you won't get bled.
Son,
I ain't done, Ice beats the heat with a bigger gun, busting cats that free the truth. Wearing hats that savor you. Now while you're busy drinking 40 and 8 ball, I'm taking a roll call to see who's down to fight the white, y'all. I ain't stopping taking no prisoners, raising casualty figures. Dressed for the battle but not fatigue. Perhaps made of metal to avoid debris.
Yo, G, they stole that Kango right off my head.
Yeah, better grab a fedora instead.
What's up?
It's genocide the way. Grab a Brembo, Bushko, or yarmulke.
Yo, G, what about a bonnet?
It really don't matter, just put a lid on it. They want more than just to see you fall.
Yeah.
They want to keep a brother buried and bald.